the costumes we wear.
Welcome to Functional Human Design and our living room.
My name is Jes.
And I'm Reid, and we are line 2 today.
Line 2. So we are talking about the profiles. So you'll have a profile like a 1-3 or a 2-5 or a 5-2 or a 6-2. There's 12 different profiles. And each of those profiles represents 2 different numbers. It's much easier if you just understand what all 6 numbers means because you experience all of them in your chart. If you want to see where it shows up in your chart, go look at line 1, yesterday's video, because I do a screen share where you can just see exactly where it is. Basically, it's all the numbers down the side of your chart after the decimal point. So it'll be like minus 20.6. We're looking at the 0.6, or yours might be 32.1. We're looking at the 0.1. So everything after the decimal point, which would be in the cents position.
Cents position. Yeah, there you go.
that is what we're talking about. That number represents a line, and that line is the costume that you wear in this life, or with that chart position.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about line 2, which is
the Natural
and the Hermit.
What a weird combo, right?
Well, yeah.
You should know about this, being 2-line being in your design.
Yes, I'm a 6-2, and the 2 has been kind of like the bane of my existence because I didn't understand it till I was in my 40s, and then everything like backwards made sense. So the line 2 is really about being a hermit and being naturally good at things, but not really enjoying the intention of being naturally good at things.
It's like you have to have the perfect invitation.
Yes.
It's like it has to sit right with you because you're not actually recognizing necessarily that you are that great.
Right. Like you're so naturally great that you think everybody else is just naturally great. And then you wonder why everybody is watching you.
Yeah.
And it feels really awkward because like most of the time you just want to be left alone. That's where the hermit side comes in. You just want to be alone to create and do your own thing. And then all of a sudden everybody's watching you and they're like, hey, come here, come here, come here. And you're just like, I just want to do my own thing. And it's this really weird conundrum of an experience because people call you out for your gifts. And this is where it's really important to understand what is good for you and what isn't, to really make decisions with your authority and live according to your strategy. Like for me, it's really about waiting to respond to. It comes into play because if I jump at every person that's just like, hey, you're amazing, then I'm going to end up in a lot of icky messes, hence the first 40 years of my life. And so it's just really important when you are aligned to understand that envy and jealousy are going to be a big part of your life. And it's not because of who you are, it's because of who you are.
I like the way they describe it in the Human Design book, where it's like you're inside this room, the windows are open, but you don't know, and people, lots of people could be watching you, but it's like you could be painting, you could be working away at something that you're really just enthralled with, and you're so good at it that it's just so easy and natural, but you don't notice that everybody's watching, and it's not important to you. It doesn't really matter. And that's just fascinating to me because it's like I believed I was a 2-line for a while and experimented with this, and I'm not that person at all. So it's almost like I can't relate to that. And it seems so fascinating at the same time.
It's really awkward because while I've gotten a lot of attention like throughout my life as a pattern, I have had zero desire to be famous or be well known or to even be known by anyone. Like I would be totally happy just doing my own thing. But when I do my own thing, everybody wants to watch. And it's really, and because the 2 for me is in the second placement, so it's my subconscious, it's only going to get worse for me.
Oh, goodness.
And you know what? That's part of where human design can really help us, because if I understand what what to expect and that this is just who I am. It's the costume that I was born into. It's the costume that I wear every day. I cannot help it. It's truly who I am.
Hmm.
Then it allows me to pick and choose the right people, the people that help me make like a better life
Yeah.
and not feel, I don't know, it's the envy that really comes in with the two lines that's so difficult because in our culture we don't really recognize envy and jealousy as a thing.
Hmm.
And it just, I don't have that dynamic in me. So when I started experiencing that in, well, it was very young, but I didn't even recognize it at all until I was in like my 30s. And I was
Hmm.
like, wow, you guys do that? Envy's a thing? Why don't you just get it? And that's part of the two line too, because you
Right.
just think everybody can just go get it.
Right. Yeah, we were kind of having a riff with that today. Like, just it's like, no, I don't think I know how to do that. It's like, why don't you just do it? Like,
Yeah, that happens
there
sometimes
was.
because
Oh, sorry. Go
wait,
ahead.
it's as a two line, you just kind of assume that other people navigate like you.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
that's where human design has also given me a lot of compassion because it's like, ooh, yeah, everybody can't do what I do. Everybody doesn't think how I think. And that's why human design is a science of differentiation. It's understanding where we're different, how we're different, and
Hmm.
really understanding the science behind it. And it makes a big difference in how you view yourself and how you view other people. And it just cuts down all the competition, the barriers, the envy, because we all have amazing gifts. They just might not be yours. Like they might be someone else's gifts, and we
Yeah.
just put them on like a costume. And human design just clears the entire field and says, hey, this is exactly who you are. And
Hmm.
you're beautiful and perfect just the way you are. Lean into your gifts, and we can all be magnetic.
Yeah.
Every person can just have and be everything they desire to be,
Hmm.
but it requires that alignment of who they are.
That makes a lot of sense. Like, um, just seeing the difference between different lines. Like, 3 line has to like experiment and things like this, but the
That's
2 line, I
tomorrow.
know. I'm
Baiting
mentioning
them.
only. I know. I know, right?
The three line
You have
is one
something to
of
look
my
forward to,
favorite. It's
right?
fuck around and
Find
find out.
out. It's how you fuck around and found out that matters. Um,
Yes.
but speaking of not fucking around and finding out, and just being a natural, and um, the end of the description in the Human Design book, there's this poem by Ra, and I'm not going to quote it exactly right, but he's like, as I sit and rest and wait, I I I'll know when it comes the perfect invitation. And like, so he's by, by the river, and there's going to be the perfect time for the perfect invitation. And a 2 line, you're not going to want to just be turned into a circus act.
Wait,
You're going to want the right invitation and be seen that you are a natural instead of
right.
being seen that you
Wait,
can do
what's so
anything.
funny about that? If you have a two line that's also a generator or a manifesting generator, do you know how hard it is to slow down? And so it's like the manifesting generator or motor to the throat is like, it reminds me of that meme that is how the flower eating, oh, beautiful flowers, gotta go get more flowers, flower eating competition, like world's best flowers. Like
Right?
there's this go go go
Yeah.
that it doesn't matter what line you have, that if you don't learn how to slow down, if you don't learn how to center yourself, like your life is just going to be chaos because that's
Yeah.
what the world is. And I wish someone would have told me that like 40 years ago, because actually probably a lot of people did. Hey, you should slow down. Hey, you should slow down. I just didn't believe them.
Hmm.
And it's the hardest thing and most beneficial thing I've ever done, because it allows you to sit by the river and wait for the right things to come to you. Or if you're a manifester, it allows you to initiate and invite
Hmm.
the
And
correct
fight
things
over.
in.
Yeah.
And really, all of that happens when we listen to projectors.
Yes.
because projectors do not have a motor to the throat. And so they have a tendency to really observe and carry a lot of wisdom. That's why they're pokey. They're projectors. They absorb and push out. And so there's a lot of variables that come in, like what type you are and what's your strategy, and then what's your authority. And then you have these costumes that you wear. So it's a lot easier said than done. And yet, what else are we doing? Like, this is just life. We're all living. We didn't come here to just go to work and croak. So, finding yourself on this journey is the greatest thing you can do. Being any of the lions, they have great advantages and great drawbacks. It's just a matter of where you are in your evolution of deconditioning, of discovering the greatest parts of you, or quite frankly, are you just going to be stubborn and keep doing what you always been doing? Because that happens a lot too. Just speaking from experience.
So tomorrow is line 3, and I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
And
The adventurer.
the adventurer.
Okay.
Walk around and find out.
It's fun. Life with bumper bowling. We have an amazing free community in Skool where you can come join us in live Zooms for free, where we're talking about charts and I'm doing reasonings, which is kind of like a reading, only it makes way more sense. And really, it's just a ton of fun. And we talk charts and evolution and all things humaning.
Yep.
Okay, I love you
See you there.
tons.
Love you.
Bye.